I had a cover crop, all right, a cover crop of Charlie horse, that awful stinkweed, and a sticky, scratchy, viney weed thing of some sort. Oh, and the grass. Grass whose roots weaved in and out under every corn, bean, and pea I had planted. That grass just knew that if I pulled them, it would pull up my plants too. It was as if it were saying, I dare you. Before we go on, I wanted to first introduce myself. My name is Delcy, and I'm founder of A Life of Heritage, and I just wanted to welcome you to my channel. On this channel, you will find lots of detailed information about gardening, homesteading, bees, goats, and anything that's related to farm life. So if you are new to my channel, be sure to hit that subscribe button and the bell, and you will be notified of any future videos that are made. But I also encourage you to check out this playlist about gardening. It really is revolutionary ideas that are beginning to be shared all over, and it is so encouraging that so many are getting these ideas and teaching them. It is important for the health of our soil and the health of us, because I do believe that our health is directly connected to the soil that our food comes out of and grows in. So be sure to check out that playlist, and let's continue on with this information about cover crops. The ground we walk on it needs to be covered with something green, and it will do whatever it takes to cover its nakedness. Our earth not only is beautiful, but modest. Nakedness is not its desired outcome. So where there is naked ground, the earth covers it, usually first with weeds. Weeds are the saving grace of our planet. Don't you believe me? Watch the video, Why Does My Garden Have Weeds, on my channel. It may be a surprise, but weeds have a very significant purpose, and they tell the important story of your garden. And did you know that when a garden is tilled, it is utterly exposed? Tilling is going against everything that nature intends. Learn how and why to do a no-till garden. It's the first step in healthy soil. So, what is one of the best ways to cover the nakedness of a garden? Cover crops. And even your small vegetable garden can utilize this important tool. There are so many cover crop benefits that even the smallest of gardens shouldn't miss out on. The first place to start is to look at nature. Undisturbed nature is a beautiful mastery of an assortment of all kinds of vegetation, all nestled up right up next to each other. And this is why companion planting is the best way to plant a garden. I grew up thinking that gardens had to be planted in neat and slightly straight rows. The slightly straight was made possible by the orange twine pulled tight between two dilapidated sticks. But actually, gardens should be messy, a beautiful mess. Now, where there isn't mulch, use a cover crop. You can also watch a video about mulching on my channel as well. This image shows the different cover crops you can use. I'm not going to take the time right now to just say them out loud, but you can download the PDF with the list if you want. You will find that link below. Don't head away just yet. Continue watching to learn about what a cover crop is and how to know which ones to choose. There are quite a few cover crop examples, though in that list that I just mentioned, that would be perfect in your garden. It is worth taking the time to understand the advantages of planting a cover crop. But first, by definition, what is a cover crop? It is a crop planted primarily to manage soil erosion, soil fertility, soil quality, water retention, weeds, pests, diseases, biodiversity, and wildlife. It really is a way of planting that has been forgotten and definitely not understood. When it is utilized, it enriches the soil and provides protection against the elements and provides food for the all-important microorganisms in the soil. And those benefits, my friends, can't be beaten. So which cover crop should be chosen and why? To start, 3 things must be identified. Number 1, what are the goals and the desired outcome of your garden? To control weeds or maybe to supply nitrogen. Choose a cover crop that will meet your specific needs and the desired outcome. Number 2, also think about what the specific planting window is. When will the cover crop be planted? And when will it be terminated? Different crops planted at different times of the year will provide different functions to the soil. For instance, an early spring planting will help control weeds. A fall planting will help hold the soil in place during the winter and will provide great mulch in the spring. Knowing the goals for a location will help in the decision of when to plant the cover crop. Number 3, what is the location? It is important to know and understand which crops do well in your area. Some don't grow well in certain places or during certain times of the year. For instance, sweet clover is sown in the fall in the southeastern United States, but in the spring in other parts of the country. For the smaller garden, here are some examples of a few cover crops that may be the winning ticket to a modest garden. A radish cover crop is a great choice for many reasons. Planting radishes will do several things. They'll retain soil moisture, reduce erosion, reduce soil compaction. They will add organic material to the soil. They'll give the root channels of them will allow for the soil to dry out and warm up faster in the spring. It will reseed if you allow it to. A radish cover crop is possibly the most popular, but any root crop will have the same effect, including beets, carrots, turnips, and kohlrabi. And the benefit of a sweet alyssum cover crops are these. It's a dense ground cover. Its beautiful little flowers attract insects. There's a subtle sweet scent, and it reseeds as well. Even the beautiful nasturtium and borage have more benefits than just being a beautiful flower that's edible. They provide a cover and attract those bees as well. Utilized as companions to certain vegetables, they can also deter or trap pests as well. When in the midst of garden planning, it is more than acceptable to try out different types of cover crops to see which works best in each situation. An assortment of any or all of the vegetables and plants listed in the download will fill a garden with an array of beauty, edibles, and purpose. The soil will be enriched, the beneficial insects will come, and the weeds will be suppressed. You know, I'm a redhead. And if I'm honest, I find great delight in saying, I dare you more, right back at the weeds and grass who have the nerve to take root in the healthy mulched garden beds I've prepared for my vegetables. Because of my cover crops, I dare you, weeds. I dare you. Thank you so much for watching. I hope that you gained a lot of information from this video and are encouraged to utilize cover crops in your garden. If you did decide to, comment below which cover crop you hope to use this year or next. We'll see you in the next video.